Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back heading into the colony section yet again for a standard cursor map. That's right, we're going to come back to the orbs, don't worry, but we are going for YAACCM 01. That's right, yet another AC cursor map. Scripts by Tricky and Withers. So there we go. Shout out to Tricky there for the scripts as well. Fantastic, gotta love it. Let's see what we're up against, though. This is a fun map. From what I've seen, it looks like there's a lot of planning to do, and I've gone through my planning phase. But let's see. We have an emitter that's doing 100 every 0.5, 150 every 0.5, and then at the top, we also have an emitter down here in the dark zone. That's another 100. But down here is the big ones, right? There's 100. There's a 200. There's a 120. And there's just a 50. So not too bad, not too bad. Overall, I think the goal will be to sort of leave this area not until last, but until later, because this is sort of a basin that can just hold creep, because there is a creep cutoff. So if we can take advantage of that creep cutoff and maybe get a nice bit of zone down at the bottom, get these for sure. This kind of says like this should be first, this should be second. Something like that. I'm going to try and go for this one first, though, especially with the creep limits and things. That's kind of the goal. We start over here. No power to our names. Lots of trees, though, or eco, which will help our base build up. So we do need to do initial holding, right? We have to initially hold. It's going to be a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. And we have our little bit of creep here. Now, our goal is to get to up top and down at the bottom by 1 minute. I want to do both top and bottom by 1 minute. I'm going to try and do the top so we can get that by the 30-second mark and the bottom by the minute mark. So let's get going. Oh, that being said, let us turn on our lovely map indicator. That's right, that's right. And our goal is to get from here to there. So I think this is a pretty good viewpoint for the start. So let's toss our cursor down. Hopefully we can get there by 30 seconds. Move, move, move. Come on. Start breeding cursor. There we go. Okay, good. I don't want to lose it, and I'm trying not to go up and down. I'm trying to stay at level. Again, our goal is to get up there by the 30-second mark, and I think we're going to do it. So we're basically at the top. It's going over, and ooh, perfect. Got up there. 30 seconds. It's breeding. We need to move our butt to the bottom, though. But luckily, we have way more power, especially since that bread. So, yeah, we should be in a much better state to move a little bit quicker down to the bottom. 47. Not perfect. Oh, come on. 51. Oh, no. So close. 55. 57. Oh, we did it. We made it. Look at that breeding go. Okay, perfect. And now we are in damage control. Okay, so we want to hold as many points as possible, of course, so we definitely want to hold that. We're going to bring our creep on over here, or AC, not even. Bring our creep over. Oh my gosh. You know how it is. And we're just going to try and hold as much of that as possible. It doesn't really seem like it's coming in too much, and we want to hold up here. So, again, a bit more of this. Curtail that. Yeah, that's right. You stop in your tracks. Let's also stop that there. Perfect. And bring this in. Glorious. Up here, it's kind of holding. Hopefully, the power situation starts to maintain itself, and we can hold down here as well. We want to keep this ours as much as possible. Go back to the top because we're going to be losing some ground, of course. Whew. I think we established we're okay. Not perfect. It's not perfect, but we're kinda okay. Our energy generation is finally getting up there, which is awesome. The deficit is kinda dropping, which is grand. Up here, not doing great. I kinda wanted to hold a bit more of this area. So maybe we can use that cannon to our advantage and hold. Because if we can just hold that, I think that will go pretty well for us. Feel pretty okay about that. Now, we want to hold this in, and we want to hold this in. So that is our goal right now. Yes, see these mortars right here? I think there's also a cannon. Perfect. And then we want to hold this. There should be a mortar up here as well. So that's our goal. Oh no, oh no. There we go, there we go. Push that back, push that back. Jeez, there's so many places. Alright, perfect. How's... Oh, jeez, we lost the entire bottom. That's a problem. Not a problem, just annoyance. We lost a lot down here. Now this is holding, and of course this is now basically built. This mortar is not going to get built anytime soon, but that's okay, that's okay. As long as those two get built, I'm happy, I'm happy. And it looks like they did. So, now let's work on this area, of course. So let's already start. Let's cut it off from the back. That way, anything we destroy from the front will basically stay dead because it's cut off. Perfect. No more for you. And now we can just work on really cleaning this up because, of course, we're going to need power from it. So, yeah, let's clean it up, get our power, and start moving into the zone. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Very, very nice. Clean this up so we can get power to these mortars so they can also shoot. Just like this. And there we go. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. And now we need to, again, really, really cut this off. Again, now, I don't want to lose that tower. That tower seems like a pretty decent one. And there we go. We're now on the assault for our first emitter. Now, can we do it? I don't know. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I think there's a couple of good cannons over here. This seemed like a very good choke point in my planning phase, so I have high hopes for this being a good choke point. Let's see, we already have a cannon that just got built, which is amazing. We have the mortars now raining from the other side, which is great. We need this cannon for sure. This cannon is very importante. Come on, you can do it, cannon. Because we need you so we can keep going. We want this emitter. Ooh, a mortar. 2 mortars. Oh, there we go. See, this is the line that we needed. Once we have these mortars, I'll give a look-see at how our lines are established and see how things are going. But I'm feeling, with these 2 mortars, I'm feeling like this area is much more secure. So let's just get them powered up, get them shooting, and then I think we can actually, potentially, get to our emitter. Now we can also see in the bottom left corner where my mouse is not going because it's a cursor map. Oh, there's a cannon there. Oh, jeez, I can't stop. We lost something, and I want to see. All right, let's look at what we just lost. I'm assuming it's in the north. It is. How's up here? Oh, it's this pylon. Okay, whew. So this mortar did get built. Perfect. See? Nice choke point. Nice choke point. And we're just going to let this be a basin of creep. For now. Again, for now. We will push it out eventually. But for now, we just want that to be a basin. You know, we just want that to hold the creep. Because any creep up there means it's not going to be down here by this emitter. Or that emitter when we go to that second. Oh my, second. Oh, jeez. There we go, there we go. So, ooh, much pushing going on. Got another mortar coming down. This is looking good. So I'm another cannon. This is how it should look. This is how I want my cursor areas to look. And I know when I was scanning the map, most areas are not like this, which is why I chose this area as my first assault point, because I was like, there are other... Oh my gosh, we already have the nullifier. See, that is glorious. I will take that in a heartbeat. Yeah, let's start pressing down, make a nice line that we can hold. Nullifier is already built, don't even have to worry about that any longer. I mean, we do have to worry about it, of course, they can easily destroy it. But we have some defenses going in around it, and that's what's most important, right? Those defenses, let them hold, let them do their thing. Feels pretty good to me. There we go. It's holding. Nullification is online. Let's see. Is there anything else down here? I now no longer know where the cannons are. I did an initial scan and said, this seems like the area that I want to be. It seems like there's a lot over here, but I also didn't memorize where every single cannon was. I do apologize. you know, it happens. We definitely want these, of course. I have a feeling that that explosion, yeah, it's actually an unbuilt thing. I have a feeling that pylon is not very happy. So I'm guessing that that pylon will just be sort of exploded over and over again. And let's actually work on this area down here, because you know what? If we can actually get this, this will be amazing. Yeah, there's a cannon, fantastic. It's unfortunately not perfect up there, but you know what? The lines work very well because as the line gets shorter, because we're going to be taking more land, and that like this cannon will be kicking in. Hopefully, I think there's got to be some stuff in this area. I think, you know, pushing back down here will actually push back the top. Let's protect that guy a little bit more. Yeah, there we go, there we go. And we'll just clear that up. See, we got a nice little mortar out of the deal. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, this mortar should help us push this line back again. Oh, and a cannon. Perfect. That's what we need. I love it. Every time I see a unit pop up, it's just like a mini holiday, you know? It's like, oh, a nice little present for me. That's what we needed. A friend in need. Or I guess I'm the friend in need, and they're the friends that are helping out? I'm not 100% sure, but we just got another mortar buddy on our side, so, you know, I'm not going to complain. So, as we can see, this line is just pushing nicely. And again, it's partially because of the creeper cap, right? They can't really produce what they need to in order to stop us right now, because they are at that cap. Now, that cap won't last forever, of course. Once we get to a certain point, they will have more on their side than, or they'll be under the creeper cap, so everything will be producing. We are getting another cannon and mortar right here, so that's glorious if you ask me. So let's make sure we get those, and I think if we can just push this line, hopefully make it like a solid. Oh jeez. See, I need to stay here on this mortar because this mortar is really holding their own right now. Well, not holding their own. They will hold their own. But hopefully we'll get another. Yeah, see, like that mortar. These two mortars combined. By their powers combined, they shall hold. And a cannon. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. This should hold the line quite well, I think. I mean, even though the mortar is shooting down below, with this mortar shooting into the deepest of the creepest with a cannon to support, I think it's going to be a pretty good time. So now we're coming down below. That's right. So our goal now is to extend this line all the way down. But in my studies, the nullifier for this is actually in the bottom left corner. So one thing I did learn is know where your nullifiers are. So in my planning phase, I said, where are the nullifiers? So highly useful information. And look at this, we already have a couple mortars. This is thinning up because of the attacks on the top. Our nullifier is already going down. I mean, this area is sort of just being decimated. So I am thrilled by that. It is quite thrilling to me I mean, I guess it's not actual decimation. I mean, I know the definition of decimation is not quite this, but it's fun. And you can see, look at this, the line actually pushed out essentially by itself. We got a new cannon, a new mortar going down. We're prepping another mortar down here. The nullifier almost operational. Let's make sure this mortar doesn't die. It's our friend mortar. And yeah, I'm sold. I am completely and utterly sold on this. We are still at the creeper limit, which is awesome. But the thing is, we are getting to the point where we're going to be getting towards the tougher enemies, right? There's a 120 over here. That doesn't have that many units around it. It has a few, not that many. We also have the 200, and we have a lot of breeding grounds. So I think we might actually want to take the top, not because of the creeper limit, but because we just want more power. So I think that is going to be the next on the list. I want to make sure this line is stable, and maybe if we can sneak this out, I have no idea. I'm not sure if we can, but if we can get a couple of good units down here, another mortar perhaps. Oh, I will take it, I will take it. Thank you, mortar. I am your deepest fan. Oh, I should have been paying attention to the breeding cycle too, because it just bred. Ooh, and there's a cannon. A cannon and a mortar is perfect. If we can take this with a cannon and a mortar, I think it might, if not be able to hold, it'll be pretty good for us. It should be breeding in 5 seconds, and we just got that cannon and mortar up. Look at that. On the northern side of the screen, a cannon is just building, and we haven't pushed that top side at all. We're literally just pushing down here, and we're gaining ground in the top because of the pressure that we're putting down here. Like, how cool is that? Is there anything that's going to be built in this area, in this general vicinity? Ooh, there's the top of a mountain. Oh, everyone loves the top of a mountain. That is super, super true. Always take your high grounds. I am not following my own plan of going to the top, but we have a breeding cycle, and a breeding cycle right now means we can kind of push pretty well. And I want to find another cannon or something up here. Is like a mortar right there. That looks pretty good to me. And yeah, because if we can hold this handily, right, then that means we don't have to worry about this area. A breeding cycle is about to hit too, which is awesome because I just want to push this out because, ooh, okay. See, this is what I mean. It is actually getting too difficult for our cursor, so I think it is time to pop the top. And that's going to be the goal. We're going to pop the top. It will increase the sheer amount of creep in the bottom, but it will give us the power that we need to push, and I think that's what it is. So we are popping the top. You know, we're releasing the flow, you know, however you want to put it. We are going to do this, because this top side, it's just one emitter. I mean, it's a decent emitter, don't get me wrong. It's a 150. Actually, it's the second strongest emitter on the map, when you think about it. But it's completely isolated. And isolation, you know, I think I have learned isolation can be very, very harsh. And, you know, it weakens you. So this isolation will be its undoing, as it were. So there we go. We're now taking just the top, which is awesome. Once these start raining down, I think this area should fall pretty easily. I think so. Kind of my goal. Once all these mortars start raining down hell, we can just sort of start taking things, right? I mean, look at this. Just start pushing in. This really doesn't have too much competition. Get another mortar down there. Connect up the lands, although that's not going to work out too well for me. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Could be worse. Could be worse. As you can see, like, we're actually able to take this land because of the top of the hill. So anything we can get right now is just good victories for us. And then we can push into the breeding terrain next, right? Take a little bit more land. I think there's a couple units in this area that I want to go for. I remember most choke points actually have a few units in them. So, oh no, friendo. I think if we work our way here, we should get a couple more units. I mean, this specific. There we go. See, a couple more cannons going down. Those cannons are going to be huge. Again, yeah, 3 cannons and a mortar. That's what we need. Once we have this, we can push into our breeder terrain, which I'm going to try. Oh, but I want that mortar not to die. And it's going to breed through, 5 seconds? 5 seconds. So we're not going to quite get there. I did let that one mortar friend die. It happened. We got to the edge of the breeder terrain. Not enough, but that's okay. Just getting there, stopping it from going in the direction of our units means that we can hold this point, get the breeder terrain on our side, and realistically, I think if we keep the breeder terrain, I think this area will take itself. So I think that's sort of the plan. We're going to take this breeder terrain, And I think the rest of this area will just literally die to that. It is breeding now. I probably should have focused on more of the breeder terrain than I did. I was sort of keep making sure the edges were contained, not necessarily getting the terrain itself. You know, like right there, see? It's not perfect. It's not perfect. And it's going to breed in just a few seconds. Let's just take as much as possible. I think the AC will win out. We'll also try and push it off our land. There we go. Get off of here. This is my territory now. And that is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. We get this cannon. We get through one more breeding cycle. This area has fallen to the AC. Beautiful. Get this cannon down here. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's help this line out a little bit, because why not? But look, see, like this is actually just starting to push back now with the breeder. So we are now done at the top. We can go here. Oh, look at that. We got a mortar there. All right, let's help this mortar out. Okay, Mr. Mortar. How does this push? Not terrible. Not the best, not terrible. I do want to... Oh, look at that! They're still holding. They're doing the best. So that's fantastic. So now we have more power for down here as well. We're going to let the top sort of take itself, but with our extra juice, finally we're going to take this top side, right? There we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Okay, top side. Always take your high ground. It feels pretty good. Look at that. A mortar and a cannon right off the rip. That's what you want to see. And if this topside leads to... I know there was another mortar, a mortar friend down there. So if we can now hold mortar friend down there, that's just gorgeous. That's just pure victory for us. I'm very thrilled for that. So let's take some more of this land. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And again, you know, maybe it's not that perfect, because the creep is still coming in quite handily. So maybe this is not the area for us quite yet. But maybe with one more mortar friend on top. I mean, that cannon is actually getting assaulted, which is a surprise. With all the AC, with the breeding zone down here, I figured it would be kind of okay. But that's okay. That's okay. We still have much more to take. Yeah. This mortar friend, we're gonna give it a little incentive, and then see what the top side has to offer us. Because if we can get a couple more cannons up here, again, it's pushing your line in as it goes. So I'm going to see what this holds like that. A nice mortar, perfectly placed. Well, maybe not perfectly placed, but nicely placed for us. I'll take it. I think we lost the mortar, which is okay. Again, the goal. I shouldn't have let that mortar go. It was nearing completion. Because I was getting greedy for the top side. Yeah, see, I really want that mortar at the top, because that is clearly in our side, where this is clearly in danger. Safety mortar, good. Danger mortar, bad. That's kind of my thought process on that. So, danger mortar, are you going to do enough? I don't think so. Down here, we did lose the mortar. It's okay. I think we're going for the center now. I think that is a solid place to go. Oh no, let's take a look at depth of creep. Yeah, see, look at how thin this is now comparatively, right? Yeah, there's the emitter and things like that. But realistically, it is relatively thin. And with this, you know, with this emitter being at this point, I believe the nullifier was up here. If we just get that nullifier, it cleans this entire area basically instantly. There we go. So there's the nullifier. Let's just finish this off. That cannon is good. Clear up the sides. I want the power from up here. Please. Please, please, please. That nullifier got built really, really fast. Holy moly. I will take it. Don't want it to die. So while it's not dying, I am just going to clean things up. But ideally speaking, all I was up here for was just for that nullifier. All of this extra is just bonus. And now that I'm doing bonus, I'm going to do a little bit more, because, you know what, I kind of want that top covered, and I kind of want this covered as well, because if we can start the power going, the power train, to this area, you know, these are just going to shoot over here. I'm assuming that's what they're there for. So you know what, there's the power train. That's what you needed, that's what you got. Glorious. Let us indeed now start working over here. So we have a lot over here. I mean, we don't have that much, right? There's just a 100 emitter and a breeding zone, right? We're not fighting a 120. We're not fighting multiple breeding zones. Just one breeding zone, one 100 emitter. So we do have some things to fight, of course. And we will indeed fight against them. Hopefully we will get some things being built over here because, you know, it's not exactly the fastest victory. But let's see. We're going to lose that tower. That's okay. I'm more on an exploration mission right now because we really need some towers on our side. And it seems like we're still not powerful enough. So maybe we need to come back down here and do this. Maybe we take this. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We are going to go for the next breeding zone. So we now have more power to our name. Again, that's what it's all about. It's all about getting that power. Oh, look at that cannon right off the bat. Oh, see, that's a perfect place for a cannon. The breeding zone is breeding currently, so... and a mortar right there. Alright, we're going to get this breeding zone super easily now. Because we're right up on it. So, there we go. Next breeding cycle is in 15, so let's make sure we hold a solid chunk of it. I don't care about holding it all for the first breed, because there's no way we're going to be able to stabilize with it, but I want to hold sort of the front side to push all the creep that's going to come off of it backwards, right? So there we go. The creep that's coming off of it is going to go backwards. We can use the front wave to push out our lines and hold, right? Push out our lines, hold, get some more things built, maybe get to this cannon, which was once danger cannon, now seems much more, or mortar, now seems much more like safety mortar, right? So that mortar is going to do good. Oh, we even get a cannon right there. Amazing. Again, it's breeding just a few seconds. We primarily want the front for now. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Breeding. Maybe we'll try and push in a little bit more, but for the most part, just want that to help the front lines. Push everything back. Get on in here. And now that the front lines are pushed, my goal is to get more of this than last time. So I want to get at least two. Oh, there's a mortar and a cannon going down. That's awesome. We are currently holding almost all of it, which is even better. And there we go. This is going to be a very, very solid push. So as you can see, it is expanding out. That mortar should be firing any time now. Please, mortar, and please, cannon. Alright. That was not... That took a while for the energy to get here. Surprising. But here we go. Another breeding cycle. We control the entire thing. We're going to push to the south this time. Clean up our line. Gimme? Okay, good. We're going to get that cannon, too. Now the cannon comes. This push is taking way longer than I was expecting. So, pour on me. 21 seconds. Come on. Alright, cannon is up and operational. There we go. And let us push the top line. Now that cannon is there to sort of hold a little bit, I want to do a little explore for any easy, like that, right there. We just got a cannon and a mortar. And another cannon. Perfect. See, that's going to hold. That's going to do the business. And that's going to, again, you push out your line, then the line holds, then this becomes less and less of a concern whatsoever. So again, like, we should be able to start working this side in. Now that that's sort of much more stable, and with working this side in, again, it just gives us a bigger line, a straighter line in that regard, I suppose. And we should see some units. There we go. There's a cannon. Love it. Give me a mortar. Cannon and mortar. Yeah, the good old pair. I mean, I'll take the cannon, don't get me wrong. But I would love the mortar as well. Breeding. Make sure we fill out with the breed. And there's a nice cannon at the bottom. See? Our bottom line, significantly better. Another cannon at the top side. Another mortar right here. Now they're starting to show up. Now the line is being built. It is being reinforced. Ugh. Seems like it took forever. Holy moly. This was not the push that I was hoping for. Now that this is holding, now we have some more power. And we're going to go over here. Okay. Whew. See, this is now quite a bit easier, oddly enough. Because we have more power. So we have a pylon going down, which is good. Let us see. Let us see. Oh, wow. They're down to 4.6. The amount of creep on the map is almost half of what it once was. Think about that, too. With our power being what it is, we should be in a much better state. There has to be a cannon over here somewhere. Cannon, a mortar, a cannon and a mortar. I mean, come on. Thank you, Senior Pylon. Oh, there we go. Holy moly. And a beacon. Oh, I didn't even think. There has to be a beacon over here, too. Yes, of course. That makes all the sense in the world. So let's keep pushing. We now have a cannon on our side. The beacon is starting to push. We can even push into the darkness ourselves if we want. It's not really going to do something good until that beacon comes online. But this... Okay. Mortar, cannon. Awesome. There we go. Now we can hold in here. Now we can do some damage. And yeah, I think we might be able to get to this emitter. We could also go for the breeding zone, but I think the emitter is just more. I mean, the breeding zone is more in a very short time frame, but I think the emitter is more consistently, right? I mean, it's literally just breeding consistently, whereas the breeding zone is just every 30 seconds. Although if we get the breeding zone, it would be breeding for us, so that is, I guess, the other argument to be made is, you know, one we can turn to the light side, for instance. It's breeding. It was breeding right when I want. Like, I couldn't let the beacon die. Couldn't let the beacon die. That is one thing. So I think we're officially going for the emitter now, because the nullifier is actually just to the side of the emitter, of the dark tower. So we're basically at the dark tower now. So let's guarantee that we can get down here. Should be like right over here-ish. So let's see. See, there it is. Beautiful. That's what we want to see. We got cannon, a mortar, and a cannon. I'll take it. And where is our tower down here? There it is. All right. So there's tower. There's nullifier. Beautiful. We just protect this, and we start assaulting over here. We have to watch that nullifier. This nullifier cannot fall. But this breeder terrain, we want to already start falling, right? So the more we can take over here... Okay, the nullifier can fall. I got so excited for the breeder terrain. But you know what? I'm actually happier with the breeder terrain, because now that we're at the nullifier, it's sort of like it's going to happen, where the breeder terrain is just the future-proofing, right? So, alright, nullifier is now built. Right? You're built? There we go. You are built, which is perfect, which means now the breeder terrain is pure profit. Pure profit. Nullifier, I said you're built, means you're going to get ammo too, and there's the breeder terrain. Perfect. Nothing can stop us now. The Dark Tower is offline. We control this entire area. You know, right now, once we cut this off, the entire bottom portion of this area is gone, right? I mean, there is no creep generation down here. So I'm a big fan. I am a big fan of all of it. And I think that's going to be pretty solid. I mean, that alone will clear off the bottom. So huzzah for that. Let's see if we can get any more tops, maybe? Let's go from up here, right? Bring it down. I want to get this area hooked up, so let's make sure the power is connected. So I'm very shocked that there is only one mortar at the top of that hill. I was kind of expecting there to be quite a few. Not gonna lie, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, not my decision. I am not the AI or the designer of placement. I don't know how the AI works. If you place all the units and say AI, this is what your is, you know what it is. Or if you place the map and say, AI, just place things where you think would be useful. You know, I'm assuming you place it yourself and then say the AI, this is what you can build. But again, I haven't used that. I have not built a map or anything like that, so that is something that I'm not 100% on. And I'm sure that there is someone in the comments. I know very many map makers in the comments and things like that, and they will enlighten me. I do love to be enlightened. It is fantastic. You know, it's always good to learn. So thank you in advance for that. We are losing some stuff, but you know, we're on. Ooh, I was gonna say we're on the line extension phase. I was just coming towards the bottom because hug your walls, and it was a nice upper level. So upper level plus wall is double win if you ask me. Let's see. Do we get anything cool for taking out that little nubbin? No. Nothing cool for the nubbin, but that's okay because we got another mortar and cannon. Again, we've gained more power, which is great. So by gaining power from the center of the map, we're now able to really assault this that much easier. Again, that's kind of was my strategy, right? Gain some power, assault an area, gain some power, assault an area. Maybe I'm not doing it in the most optimal fashion. This is sort of what I thought would work for me. So I don't know. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. We shall see at the end. I'm having fun now. You know, it is nice seeing certain areas take over themselves. You know, that northern area basically took over itself, which was pretty cool. This area, I know the nullifier is on the top side. I don't remember if it's the top left or the top right. I think it's the top left, but I'm not 100% sure. But we really want to nullify this at this point. So let's get that mortar. Push it on in, and I'm kind of hoping it's right. Oof. See, we need the. I think this mortar will be the thing that really pushes us over the edge for this emitter. Ooh, a cannon right in front of it. Perfect. That's what we need. Because a mortar just shooting that emitter is going to be doing some solid work. Oh, such good work. See, now it's already. We're able to expand that much better. Another cannon. Going down all the cannons with the mortar. There's the nullifier. Perfect. We do need a little bit more in terms of getting power down here, so I'm going to try and expand this a little bit, and hopefully that will allow us just that. There's the tower. Perfect. Get that tower, which will be the tower for the nullifier. Come on, nullifier. Come on back. You can do it. Perfect. There we go. We got another mortar. We got another tower. And we're going to have the nullifier, which I shall leave the mouse on so it does not go anywhere. Wish I could press a button and an orb will take over for me. But you know what? Alas, not to be, not to be. And it's built. Perfect. With it being built, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it at all. Oh my gosh. My headset just beeped at me. Oh man. I am very sorry. That was entirely unintentional. I have a wireless headset and it just said, hey, I'm running out of battery. And I'm like, oh no. How did this happen? Shame on me. Shame on me. I do apologize for that. 1 second. Well, that was quite embarrassing, and I do apologize for that. We do have another MRIF going down, which is awesome. We have another cannon going down. The nullifier, which I did let die thanks to that strange notification, is now built, officially. So there we go. We are built up. Should have been built up before, and that was entirely my fault. I want to get this green R top mine. Don't really care about the green R, of course. I don't think the map is using it at all, but it's a high point, and high points are good. High points are very, very good. I just want to take a quick look at the map. See, look at how much this expanded. Holy moly, that is awesome. Okay, so we also want to push really up there. So do I even care about the high point as much as pushing up there? Yeah, I do. because that's pushing by itself. So if that's pushing by itself, if we can get this high point and that will allow more expansion, then that's just going to be good for business, right? So if we can get this high point, get, say, these cannons in the way, oh, it's just gorgeous for us. Oh, look at that. There's a couple of cannons, couple of mortars. I let the cannon die, but you know what? More cannons and mortars are coming in its place. So yeah, this is perfect. Once this cannon is built, that will hold itself very, very well. Up here, I don't really care about too much. It is just doing great. It's doing a great job. So realistically, I think if we, again, it's one of those things where if we take this breeder zone, this area should just fall, I think. And I think at the bottom, if we take that bottom right breeder zone, that area might just fall too. I think we're kind of at that point where the map itself is dying. We've hit critical mass. We have control over most of the zones. I mean, look at it. Look how easy we just sort of pushed in through so much creep. And this breeder zone is now half ours for that breeding cycle. That's awesome. Yeah, it's just literally pushing out. And it's going straight to the wall, which is great for us, because if it's on the wall, we can snuff it out. And yeah, the rest is just going to fall. So if this just becomes ours, I think the top will just fall. This bottom side, let's see if we can cut this off from another source. I just want that to breed, and there we go. Now it's breeding. Perfect. Bottom side, gorgeous. Let's go for the breeder. So we're gonna take out quite a bit here. Push on in, but we do want to hold the breeder, right? So we are gonna try and make sure some towers are being built, some cannons, some things along the line. Looks like this is our tower line. So if we move along the tower line, hopefully things will be built above and below it. The below isn't nearly as important. It should die off, but at the same time, until it does, it's going to be a problem. Alright, there we go. Looking pretty good. That, ooh. Losing some stuff, which is okay. Don't really mind, because we're making some big gains here. This is a big gain. We have 15 seconds. And if we get to this within 15 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we lost a little bit of ground, but again, we took over the bottom portion of the breeding, which means that was ours, right? Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff blowing up right now. Jeez. But see, the bottom portion was taken. We have about 15 seconds to go. I'm doing this just to have that, and if we take this breeder, I think that is essentially the corner done. Let's make sure that can get built up. Come on, mortars. You're doing great. I just want you to exist here. There we go. Looks pretty good. That should connect those up. Okay, what the frick is? I mean, oh, you died. Interesting. How's the top doing? Look at this. See? We just took that, and they curtailed all of that. This is one of the nullifiers that was kind of annoying. I think the nullifier is like up here, which is kind of crappy. But again, I think this is going to kind of push itself, although there isn't that much to really advance. So I'm a little concerned about where we want to go, right? We could just start work. I think this is the emitter we want to help the most. So let's start going for this one. It looks like some stuff is being built, which is grand. Let's get that mortar, make sure it's staying stable, and actually really moving, because if we can get this emitter, the northern one is essentially nothing, right? So we do have the AC to push in. The question is, where is the nullifier? Alright, good. Perfect. I want you, mortar. You are the hero of the day. Because that mortar, again, that mortar is in range to shoot the, and there's the nullifier. Perfect. Okay, so we just need, there we go. Alright, we need to leave this here. Nothing else matters but this singular nullifier. So, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Ooh, from up there they were actually able to shoot the emitter as well. Very, very cool. Jeez. Okay, the things that are being destroyed are not built yet, at least. Um, so that is a note. At least they're not built yet. There we go. Oh, look at this. They're even pushing in over here. Good on you. Let's help that along, because this is the last set of breeding. Now, the reason I'm not worried about all of the nullifications right now is because you have to reclaim the map anyway. So, you know, we take over this, nothing else can breed. This will reclaim itself momentarily. We come up here, we just take this over with our cursor. Hopefully by the time the emitter is done, we're essentially done with reclamation. That's kind of the goal, right? We will help that a little bit, but our goal now is reclamation more than nullification. Because nullification will happen, reclamation, you know, we're at 97%, we're not quite there. So we need to clean it up. Clean up the mean streets, as it were. That should clean up this. Clean. Right on the edge. Beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We'll just zap this with our super strong. Beautiful. Gorgeous. And what is left? Oh, a tiny bit got on there. No, 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 no. Get out of here. You're done. Reclamation. Ideally complete. Ideally complete. Reclamation and emission. Done. Pretty much simultaneously. Almost. Just a few mere seconds apart. And this has been YAACCM 01. Had a lot of fun. I really liked planning it out. I don't know if this is the best way to go about it. You know, I liked using this as a basin. I like doing like an assault here, then getting more power, to do a bit more of an assault, to then take over here. Maybe assault here to this point, then get more power, then get this. You know, that could have taken some effort out of it. I don't know. Let's see how we did though overall. Time-wise, you know, what are we at? 41 minutes. Actually, let's look at reclamation, because you can't do that. Emission is not as important. So 41 minutes. You know, there's a 38 there. Yeah, I feel 11 minutes. That can't be real. I don't know. That seems a bit much. But 41 minutes. There is another 41. Ooh, beat me by a little bit. But you know what? I feel pretty good about the time. Pretty good overall. Definitely could bring it in a bit. Lore got 35. You know, but I think with this strategy you could bring it in a little bit. But I feel pretty good about it. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know. Let me know what you think of the strategy. What would you do differently? So, take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much.